Traders. Take your time and do it right now if you want. Oh, out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Okay, here's what I see. First thing is we're inside the narrow range, meaning we're in the narrowest range of the last 7 days. Excuse me. And so to be outside the narrowest range, we need 43.25. So we're going to trade the Keltner channels on the 2-minute chart. Here's what I see in the daily is Wednesday's close is a big deal, right? Because I'm going to move this out. How do I make the wicks thicker? You can't. Okay. That's okay. There we go. All right. So it's not including the wicks down here. So it's the open to this one to the highs. And then if you look here, we've got the meridian, right, which is the halfway between that level and the close of Wednesday. Okay, at 18. All right, so look the top of here. So can we get through it? That's confluence there. We're in a big island, right? Big gap island so far. Tap tap toe in the water. They say, oh, water's warm. Let's wait. It's cool to stay here. Go to the 4-hour. See, sweet point. Went right to Papa. Right to the median threshold of the gap. It's all drawn out. But just to be clear, those of you that are watching this for the very first time or watching it on VOD, this was not drawn after the fact. This was drawn. And you can even, if there's a way to see the chat in real time, someone said, come to Papa. So, come to Papa. Right down in here, right? But what? All right, so now on the 4-hour, we got some work to do, right? What's the work? All right, so first thing is this wick here. Now we have a new wick. Okay, there's no. Okay, I take that back. I take that back. Okay, that's still there. So we're gonna go this somewhere is Fiji, right? Somewhere. Because this is a 4-hour chart, so 3-hour, 2-hour, 1 hour, right? Oh, look at it going down now. Good. Okay, good. Perfect. My rules today. Today I do not enter early or late. That's what it says. Today I do not enter early or late. Today I do not enter early or late. It's wrote down, locked in. So, look, we just went to the median threshold of this wick right here. So, this wick right here. So, see, so if these wicks were fair value gaps, if these wicks were fair value gaps, is that an inversion? So look at the median threshold of this fair value gap. We just came off of it. Here I am. Now what? So on the 4 hour before 10 a.m., which is an hour and a half away, do we close above or below? Oh, is that 08? 0850. Or do we close above or below? And this is the 4 hour, right? 68.94. Oh, watch this. Wow. That Joey spread held hard in the 2 hour. Wow. That gif is hilarious. Oh, evens. Oh, evens are the Pockleton. Do you hear your babies crying? Oh, control just lets you. Oh, if you hold down the shift button, if you hold down the shift button, it just makes it. No way. It makes a perfect circle. Let's roll. Okay. All right, good. All right, see the 1 hour? Do you guys see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? See it? Oh, cool. Folks, I'm in no hurry. Um, Look at the 1 hour. I have it all drawn out. It's look how spooky support is. Spooky. Okay, so uh, um, 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 look at the 1 hour. Look how many people would be looking at the 1 hour, right? Look, just look at it, right? Look. So see the midline? Wouldn't wouldn't we want to buy there? Type a Y in the chat. I'm not saying there's not other trades. Isn't that like where you see it, sweep it, draw on it, grab it? Okay, some sort of draw on liquidity, some sort of something, right? We see the buyer come in, we get the delta turn in the right direction, and then we start to execute. What do you guys think about something like that, right? Like, what about trading? I keep shocking myself. What about trading in discount? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Good, 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 good. Sweet. Mama, they try. Mama, they try. Mandatory Metallica Friday. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm dressed up as a winning football club. That's right. This is not my costume, actually. I don't have one. It's Friday. I got to wear my gear to support my team. Mancini. Why is '06 on there? '06. Yeah, okay, okay. It's not 8 and 10. That is the only two that I didn't remove. All right, I have all my Mancinis on there. It's 6 and 16. Therefore I am. Okay, and then he's got all the way up to 44.48 next. 44.48 next. Yep. And the reclaim. Okay, the reclaim was 88.93. Targets are 6, 16, 28, 44, 48. Wow, you sleep. Shape shift. Excuse me. Type a Y in the chat if you guys are liking the charts. Yes, the context of the trades is more advanced. That's how I trade. Realize. Good, good, good. Yeah, that way you guys can follow along with the narrative of what I'm seeing on the tape. Good. Yeah. And you should have the same charts as me if you use them, right? Don't rely on someone else's hammer to build your house. Okay. This is a reversal. This is going to snap some shorts right up off, but I got nothing to go on besides we're above the VWAP. We're above the 200. Now, here here's here's the quagmire. The 15-minute is just waiting to go back into position one, down. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying it's going to. Your 200 is sloping down at a very gradual pace. Is there a difference? Oh you're doing something. Sorry. I was like, is there a difference in the screens? If we fall, I've got it all drawn out where I think we could hit this inefficiency here. In the fact that, look, we could even draw it a different way. Look, we could add to this. Look, we could add to this. This right here. Okay, and look at the midline. Okay, I'm going to put an arrow to it. There. Do you see how it lines up with this right here? 73.25. I'm going to put an arrow at it. I am not saying we're going there. What if we go there? I'm not even being silly. I'm not saying we're going there. What if we go there? That like look now on the opposite side of all everything is stair step lower. The reason I have that is the 200 simple moving averages pointing down, right? So I have to prepare because there's no difference in this chart: 2 minute, 4 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 72 minute. We have to prepare for if this turns down, right? So there's everything below where we would be looking. This is where I think support could be on the top side, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at that because we don't forget. There's just what I see is we went above the 61.8% retracement of the entire move off of all-time highs. Okay, so right here to right here, your 61.8% retracement is 1450. 1450. Oh. Um I'm not so sure on sell there. No, we're waiting for it to go back into position one to the upside, right? Hmm. Is my opinion going to keep me out of a perfectly clean short? Okay, a lot of volume coming in here. Hey, the delta's going the wrong way. That's absorption, right? I'm not saying it's going to, right? Trick or treat, fools. Not us, right? We're the smart ones in the pit. It just doesn't look. We're the smart ones. We're the ones keeping our money in our pocket for now. Wow. Golden French fry was a huge success at the burger stand. Oh, 450 first target if you took it. Felt what I've known. Felt what I've known. Show me, show me a positive or negative 28 delta percentage, and that will show aggression or the repeal, right? So let's say that it's a positive 28% delta. That means that the buyers would aggressively hit the offer 32% greater, or a combination of them pulling and the offer and making them chase. That's just an example. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a happy Halloween. I hope those of you that have children get out and celebrate. If you celebrate Halloween, get out there and get some trick or treat candy because parents need trick or treat candy from the kids. It's going to be a process before profit type of day. It's going to be a cheers. Oops, that's the wrong button. It's going to be a cheers, everybody. Happy Halloween. Stay safe out there. Watch out for little trick or treaters. It's turning into a beautiful cell. 0150 to 00 evens next target. I see that. That's okay. Go ahead. Do it again. It's maybe not programmed to the hotkey. We could do it again. It's because they're both the same thing, and so it had an error. My opinion kept me out of this trade. You guys should take some notes on that. My opinion kept me out of this beautiful short. It's keeping me out of a long. So a dub the unforgiven. So you could go for you could go for if you're short and you have made a coin on it and you have a runner, which careful on a runner against the grain here. But you could have a runner down into this bulk box. It's my box that I have drawn for you. Apparently, that was not my money. That's okay. Are we doing it again? Are we trying it? It's gonna be a chill. Cheers to a spooky, spectacular, safe, prosperous process over profit session. Cheers, everybody. The NQ was coming down. Um, okay, we have complete divergence here. Okay, we have the ES plus 0.7%, NQ plus 1.2%, YM fractionally nil. Okay, and the Russell fractionally nil, negative nil. So are they all going to meet together, or are they going to stay divergent? Next target is 0150, and the OOs is the V Pockleton. Is the bat the green? What if I push the green? Oh, it's still there. Okay. Okay. I say yellow. If you're still short, stay short, but don't try to initiate. Don't try to call a bottom. Don't try to grab nothing. Right. Let this do what it's going to do. If you're short off the golden French fry, spectacularly great job. If not, chilling. Apparently, that was not my money. That rabbit's still in that little kid's biscuit. Look, they rat holed him. They closed it right at it. Oh, 175. Rat hole. It's time to hit the road. Oh, coming up. VPOC coming up. That was a good trade. I absolutely balked on it. That was absolutely grade A. You got the blue bar. Okay, and then you have your French fry inside the blue bar. That actually represents what the French fry is. Okay, we're gonna call that the unicorn. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just kidding. We're not gonna call it the unicorn. We're gonna call it the goat. It's got two horns. I'm just kidding. It did hit first target of blue. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Did they just absorb the O1s? Nope. Ramming speed, Sulu. I see nothing, right? I mean, folks, I'm waiting for Claritin. Ooh, the BRB would be really cool if it were like a little bat following it around. I don't know how you would do that, but that would be pretty cool, huh? Like a spooky one, or so like Elijah. When we get near Thanksgiving, I know, I right. So just it's the third Thursday in November. Just to remind you, right? And then Christmas is December 25th. So a little Santa hat, that kind of thing. Because that's what streamers do, I guess. Holidays are festivus for the rest of us, right? Right, Americans, right? Those of you who know the reference. They absorbed O1s. Okay, they absorbed O2s. You can see it. You got a flat tire. They got ahead of themselves. All right, so here's your highest delta percentage. Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back, folks. I meant to walk away. I got to take a break. I have. Oh, here he is.
Oh, I get
Oh,
what you're
here,
saying.
here he is.
Here, guy. Wink. No, 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 no. Why won't you listen to me?
Okay, now don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, I'm gonna clear these so everybody's not wondering what the hell we're doing. Right? Slow your roll. It's all drawn here. It's all drawn. I'll be right back. It is so cold out there. We're open. Golden French fry for the super win. It's so cold. I can't. It's hard to write, and it reminds me of like being in Alaska, and we had recess at -30, and even though you had your mittens on, right? I was fifth grade. Even though you had your mittens on, you still had to write something right when you got back in from recess, right? Okay, everybody, get out your pencils and write about. It's like, hold on, lady, right? Holy cold. Nobody would have gotten filled. Two contracts. It's gone. Okay, and look, here's your -26 delta. So that's where we're gonna put our bucks. Ooh, ooh. Hello, hi. My name is that. That's hard to sustain like that, though. You'd have to have like new information coming into the market to sustain that. It's like 24 degrees outside. I'd take a walk. Yeah, Lucci, when the BRB is on, I'm around. FOMO walks are mandatory to get the heart rate up. No trying to go long here because your delta says they're leaning into the bid, right? Your delta says they're still leaning into the bid. So if you think you're going to catch a falling knife, okay, how are you going to grab it? Sometimes you grab the handle. Sometimes you wish you were short from the golden French fry. Anyone listen to the new JID or JID album? It's really good. Remind everyone we're narrow range. So we're using the Keltner channels. We're using the Keltner channels in the 2 minute chart. Now, yesterday's low is something to look at. Where let's go to my motif. Oh, 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 okay, okay. That's where I thought we were. That's where I thought we were. We have it all drawn out right here. If it breaks through here, right? If we close right here, so on the 1 hour, look at this, 93.25. So 19 minutes. Yeah, no, it's all shorts, guys. We just went into position one at 94.25. Ooh, and I missed the extra entry. Look at your delta still rolling. Delta still rolling lower, right? So it gives you permission to understand that they are leaning into the bid. Okay, there's your 1R if you took it. Wow, I missed it again. Not that I missed it. Well, actually did. I put an offer in twice and I canceled it. So yeah, after what I was looking for happened at negative 25.71, and the box never retested. Right. So does that make sense? Right. We have the negative 25.71. Okay. and then we have our cell. It never tests back into the box, and it just drops. Now, let's go back to the drawings that we had. Okay. This isn't the lowest FVG, it's the closest. See this? Oh wow, you can move the rectangle up and down, left and right. Hold on control and move it and arrows. Cool. I learned two things today. My day is complete. Got quite the volume coming in here, right? And we got 30 seconds till this bar closes here. We on the 15-minute chart. Rejection of the downward sloping 200. Remember I talked about that? That's what before everybody got bullish again. I said, hold on now. Slightly downward sloping 200, and I still didn't take the short. I just missed the 475 bid. My mouse was too far from my dom. I'll get mine. I'll get mine. He tried to hold the market up. He's like, no. Okay, that's your level though, right? See where I have the arrow? It pointed right at it, not by coincidence, sheer coincidence, but that's your level now. All right, so over under by tape. You're finally seeing what I'm talking about in real time. Over under by tape is your 84.75s, your 84s to 85s, right? We don't know if it's going to go below it, above it. We know that he owns a bunch of it right here. Somebody sold a bunch of it to him, right? Look at that. 57 by 911. Okay, we're at session lows. We're through the pivot. Okay. There's no outlying order sizes here. All right, so now we're back at the 85s. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he just sold the farm at 87. They either absorb him or they don't. You see it? Right there. Mm. Just getting my beak wet here. I don't know if I have the right stop. Okay. Do you see why I did that? Type a Y in the chat. We waited for it to tell us that there was something to do with a stop. You saw how I locked in? Hit the replay and watch my eyes. Eyes. I don't know why I said it like that. Watch my eyes. Okay. And watch this. See where my target was? Look at this right here. Watch. Watch. I do believe this hits a 94, but I'm not going to be the one that tries it, right? Okay. Okay, gentlemen's. This now remember this is okay. First we have to find your 100 level trade, right? Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how, 500 level, 600 level, so you can understand the building blocks of where we're getting, right? So absorption, he buys it, okay, and then we get a couple sell signals that aren't working, and so chasing people are going to short. Okay, now we're on lower Keltner. We're at lows, session lows, and I see them absorb this right here. And so what I did is once they created this, I joined the bid at 87, put a stop at 84, and I went for an equidistant 1-to-1 to fill this flat tire right there. Now, in context, we're at the swing low. Okay, we have a lot of stuff on my larger time frame that says, "Hey, hello, bottom of the fair value gap one, right? There's one and two, one, two, and what we're looking for is actual tape. Now, I don't think this keeps going up, and this is the actual bottom. That's why I took a base hit. Now, the one time I take a base hit, it's going to go up forever. That means nothing to me because the opportunity cost of the short, the opportunity cost of taking the long is greater than the reward that you'd get in the long for missing the short if the short were to fire. So right there, they absorbed. Right there, they absorbed. All right. Okay, perfect. The way that you see it is right here. See that 245 by 6, 245 by 26, and then instant red bar creates the imbalance. See, this is what it looks like inside the candle. When you try to understand all that ICT shit, he's trying to oversimplify what's actually going on, which is not actually easy to read, right? It's this is what it looks like. Right, so if you go back to, well, why would you go long? Well, because there's a fair value gap here, right? There's an actual imbalance, right? Look, the midpoint of that fair value gap was 90. Damn, we're good. Damn, we're good. All right, sweep of the leg complete. If you shorted at 88.75, you took an 84.50 target, you are clean right against my long. Perfect. Now, here's some absorption. Here's some absorption. Look at right here. See the bubbles? Booble, 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 bye, 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 bye. And then instant sell. They removed the bid. They removed liquidity. Remember, there's two ways to remove liquidity: hit the bid or remove the bid. That did not trigger a paint. Why? 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 It's going to tell us why when it prints 93. Look at right here. Look, and then so if we go like this, oh my God, how did I miss that? Watch this. Watch this. You can replay this. This is sick, folks. This is game changer. Look at this. If you keep, I do have historical on, but I think that's why I have it on 2 seconds, right? If you watch, you can tell what you can see when these big orders come in. Look, it's rally. Look, watch. Rally. He puts his order in here. He buys it. Watch this. Watch to sell it. Hold on. This is thick. Look at him. That's everybody asks what's the difference between quant and algo. This is quant. Look, he's like, oh, thank you. There's the trigger. Look, boom. Now watch as it gets closer to it. Watch. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Where, where the, wait, what? hold on. Stop! You can't make this shit up. Stop it! You guys watching this? Look at the shenanigans. Look, let's play it again for the people in the back. Ready? Look. And then watch. He he forces them to buy it. Watch. Pull back. Okay. He's getting excited. Just kidding. Oh, look, there he is right there at 90. Hmm. Think of all the people that just got. Hey, look at the bubble map. Look at the bubble tape. The bubble tape says green. That means go long, right? Uh, uh, no. Matter of fact, it doesn't. And then watch. So if there's a, hold on, let's go back. So if there's a big bid right below, that means you short to it, right? No, no, no. Oh man, I can't. Oh man, you can see the smile on my face. I feel like the Joker. You guys, I refrain, Your Honor. You'll play it back a few times later today, and you'll go, "Oh my God!" All right, so now look, that bid's back in there. Look, once. Okay, so let's play it back. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, just kidding. I wanted 80, not 83. Just kidding. Oh, okay. So then when it gets closer to 80, is it just going to move to 77? And then what you watch is when it gets to that level. All right, so let's look right here. How did it trade? So he's still kind of there, right? I mean, if you drag this over, so that is this right here. That's this fight right here. 1,000 bid at 80. Thank you, Tyson. Now watch this. Mhm. You see it? Yeah, I see it, Cam. It's just you just don't want to call. You don't want to catch that knife because now they're leaning again, and wow, wow. That last bar is a 316 by one at three quarter. Wow, I was gonna sell, and I just took my hand off the mouse. Your delta, it's a little divergent here. So either they're going to lean in to the bid from a higher level of delta, okay, or it's going to start diverging and then going to flip. Depends on if they lean into the bid or not. He's buying the 78s. He's buying the 79s. I'll be right back. Oh, we haven't moved. Anyone long 79.25? So it has to close above. Okay, look at the divergence. Yeah, they move the VPOC down. Are they accumulating down here? And remember, Tyson, we can't really just short down here. Boom. Straight through. Sells 500 at eights at 80s. I'm small green. Yeah, small green. Notice the halfway of the wicks was perfect. Look at this. Okay, 80 50 by tape. Remember? 537 by 0. Cam has a beautiful trade firing off on the in the Discord there. Uh, if you have not visited the Discord yet, Okay, so change in the we got divergence now. So we got a small change of character, but we need to change the state of delivery, right? Hmm. That was interesting. Thank you. I like it above 85s, right? So and then it fails. You don't want to. To go long. This is we need more than just this, right? It has to rip and test to have a change in the state of delivery, right? Not just a chotch, not just a change of character. Okay, you need the change in the state of delivery and so how would we see that on our charts? I'm so glad you asked. It would look like position one, and then we get our golden French fry in the appropriate context. But I'm long because I see the buyer up in this bitch. I bought 85, got stopped out at 82.75. Okay, and then I bought 84.50 and then 82.75 and then sold my 85 to get my revenge, or not literally, right? But get my revenge trade. Okay, and so now I have an average price of 82.75. And does it win? Maybe. They just sold 88.50. It's got to get through there. Big volume at 750. And then there was a spike buyer at 88.50 and they sell to him. Okay, we have a change of character, but we don't have a change in the state of delivery, right? There's no test. The problem is my stop is right in the test. All right, so between 89.50 and 92.25 is your big block. $87.50 prior tape. Okay, the delta is starting to turn down. I don't like that. It's got to find a buyer now. 525 stop. You don't want them to keep leaning on that without some sort of hole in the offer. So if it's going against the delta, right, they're absorbing it, right? See them leaning. So this would mean they're selling to the bid, right? And they're pulling the price up. Okay, but which one wins? Hopefully my pink bar wins, right? Well, one tick Rick. '91's the halfway. You see it? It's halfway of that wick. Wick. Two's out. Trailing. Does it get above the VWAP or not? Right. So if they which is the white line, right? Okay, and so then there's a difference between selling to open and selling to close at the VWAP, right? We're gonna understand that here in a second. Either it's gonna go to it and through it, or it's gonna go to it and away from it, or obviously it doesn't get to it. Yeah, I'm not liking the delta, and we're right in that spot where it's supposed to fail, right? So if it doesn't find a buyer here, it's going to fail on. I don't. I mean to sound duh, no shit, right? But just watch this big buble right here, right? Why did they have a big buble and then sell it? Why did it downtick? That was a thank you transaction as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and he's trying to buy all of it at 90 again. There's 91s. Come on, trap him. Is this an ankle breaker? Okay, and so then do they buy to open? Do they listen? Do they sell to open at 92.75 or not? Right? Do the weak players do it? Because if the weak players do it, you see what's going to happen, right? And remember, we're long from the bottom. 90, 80, 82.75. Okay. Big red bubble. Do they absorb it and push? Okay. Watch your 93.7. Watch your 93.25s. Watch your 93.25s. Okay. Stops at 92.75. Here we go. 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 Lots of volume. 95s. Look at your ticks. They're absorbing this whole thing. Look at ticks. Sure, we'll call it ticks, right? Okay, that's flat. That's a wrap. Got him. That's going to do it for me. Um, all right, traders. This is Revan Whittaker by Sage FT. You're watching the live trading desk review for Friday. I'm done at target. Over target for the week. Second week in a row. The delta, 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 the delta. Look at this. So look at the divergence. Okay. And then we get the buying activity. Look, they try to flush the buying activity and it fails. Right here. Look. Wow, look at that thing go. Look at that thing go. Let's go. Look at the gap they just created, right? So if they get through here, right? If they get through this and you see them really start to buy it and then they really just say, "Hey, thank you." Okay, right here. Let's zoom in right here. Boom. He owns it. Gives us the stop. We go. We enter again. Add order. Stop. We go. You're at 4R. That's going to do it for me. I'll see everybody on the Sunday night review and rev up. Join us over. These charts will go live here shortly because I have to recreate them. Actually, I'm going to leave this chart just like this on X. I'll see everybody Monday. Happy Halloween, everyone.